I want to add on to the last one. That is a perfect example of what I just shared with you. I do. That's the perfect example of what a sad story, right? Because that too is an addiction. That addiction to that illusion, that fantasy, that fake is an addiction, right? When you get fixated on it, you keep insisting upon it, you keep drowning in something that is preventing your progress, preventing seeing the truth, preventing you from moving forward into what you desire without you trying to control the specifics. So it's like, if I keep getting stuck there, if I can't get over that hurdle, if I can't learn that lesson, then I can go out in this lifetime with that sad story. Such a shame how much time and energy she wasted trying to revive something that was never alive, trying to bring something to life that never existed, something that was never meant to be. And the universe tried to show her that by giving her the clear signals, but she refused to accept all the blessings that were trying to pour in because she was so fixated, right? So I could easily become that sad story because I can't stop looking at what never came to be. Like getting stuck in that depression, that sadness, that coulda, woulda, shoulda, that all this stuff. The longer I do that, the longer I do that. And the longer that happens, the more time I waste. The more time I waste, the more life goes by. And the more life that goes by, the more it's like, oh my God, I wasted all that time and life and energy. Why? Why did I torture myself? Why did I continue to punish myself? Why couldn't I accept that? Why couldn't I allow the universe to send me all the blessings that I did want? Why? What had me so fixated, so addicted, right? Why can't I drop that bone? Why don't I see that I'm worthy? My time is worthy. My life is precious. Why is it, right? It's like these are the little things that we don't always see or acknowledge because it's challenging. It is like I could cry, like it is upsetting, but then we can get stuck there too. It's like this constant retrap. Because it's like, then you get to the next level of that realization, but then you can get sad about that realization and then get stuck there. I know I share this a lot because this is something that I have continually struggled with. And so it's kind of ironic because then it's also good to like have a fast pace and keep moving, but moving in the direction you want, but in an aligned state, right? Because sometimes I'll still go, but I won't be aligned, but I have the pattern of that. And so it's like digging my own grave, right? I could be operating from the wrong state, or hopefully you can hear all this because it's like, don't fall into my traps. It's like, don't fall into that, like the stuff that it's like my stupidity. Don't do that. Don't do the dumb stuff I do. It's like, see it easier, clearer, faster, quicker, right? It's like, I know there's a fine line. I know that. I'm not saying give up on your hopes and dreams. I'm not saying it's like, it's such a hard thing to say, right? Because again, I know it is. Oh, that was the other thing they were showing. It does suck. It's like, we're all sharing how we're sharing, but it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what I say because I'm only sharing it from my perspective, my point of view, my understanding, how I'm learning it and when. And tomorrow it could be totally different. And it's like everybody does have to go through it themselves, experience it themselves, understand it themselves, because they were showing this was actually a beautiful situation. It was a celebration and we were all very excited. There was many of us around, very happy, familiar faces, all having a wonderful time. And then there was this one friend who I love very much, and he was happy too, but I also could see the cloud behind his eyes. And so it was like, oh, there was still like evil intent or upset or this or that. And it was like, so I had pulled him into a timeline, but he wasn't ready to be there because he was still holding on to anger, jealousy, resentment, rage, all these lower energies. And so he was it's like smile in your face, stab you in the back, where it's like, if you bring those energies or those people or those whatever into the next timeline, it's just a matter of time before they then destroy your new timeline, right? Which goes back to, I don't know if it was the previous one. I don't know if I even shared with you the dream where it was the same thing. It was like I was ascending on the escalator and It was like going into this new timeline, and it was happening as I was even going up the escalator. It was happening. It was beautiful. And then as the dream went on, the new life had formed and morphed into something of the past. And it was like, what the fuck? And so it's like, if you can't drop that bone, if you can't close that old chapter, if you can't release it and realize it was an illusion, then it'll keep fucking up your new life. It'll keep fucking it up. But again, so it's like I could go off on 12 years just on that sentence alone, because it's going to be different for everybody's scenario, and it's going to mean something different for everybody's scenario. And so you have to know what's right for you. In other words, you could have an old person come into your new life, but they've also renewed, they've changed. And so you both have to drop the past and leave it in the past and never bring it up again and move forward from that point on, right? In other words, there's so many ways you can interpret this, but you have to know what's true and right for you. And you have to stay aligned with you to know what's true and right for you. And you have to be able to get aligned to begin with. But then you have to get aligned and stay aligned enough to get familiar with what truly is good and right for you. Because we're so used to being unaligned and very familiar with those feelings that they're the more dominant feelings. So we're more familiar with what is not true and good and aligned for us. So when the new stuff comes that we just said we wanted when we were aligned, we're not familiar enough with it yet to know, is it right? Is it wrong? Am I fighting? It's like we can get stuck in our heads and fuck it all up and run back to the old familiar that is not good or right or true for us. But it's the unaligned, it's the south version, it's the stuff that takes us nowhere, runs us in circles, takes us nowhere we want to go. Okay, I gotta get off. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.